Travis Wayne Goodsell. I wasn't planning on doing any videos, probably for the whole weekend. Judge Oberg went silent, and so I've already destroyed the church. I'm born and raised Mormon, 50 years. I know everything. And Mormons are saying, "Oh, you're just full of pride, Travis." Then debate me, Mormons, as I'm no longer talking to you because your hearts are hardened to the point of past feeling. All I get is mockery, death threats, and outright lies. And that's it. I wipe my feet of you. But yes, I've sued the church, I've won, and that's why Judge Oberg is taking her sweet time. Because I shocked everyone, from the courts to the church lawyers to the church, as I got Holland sick. But most of you are unaware of me because I've been away from my other channel. You don't recognize Travis Wayne Goodsell as TWG. I saw Exmo Lex. Many of you probably know her. Everybody seems to know her. But she came out with a trailer 6 hours ago or so. And she's great. Don't get me wrong. You know, anybody who picks on the church for what they've done to them, they've got my blessing. It's just that the Mormon church has caused so much damage in all of our lives that we really don't realize the full damaging effects after we leave, when we've had too much. And we say, that's it, I'm out. And in my case, I just didn't say I'm out. I sued. The level of crimes committed against me, and many of which are committed against other Mormons, and those of you who have left the church, you all have a claim against the church. You just need to understand the laws to know which laws have been violated from you. And I can see in Exmo Lex how she has been damaged by the church. I'll only cover that she's been misinformed, and the information that she's been misinformed about is also incorrect. She, among many Mormons, still to this day claim Joseph Smith was a polygamist. That's how destructive the church is that Brigham Young is the cause of it. None of the other branch-offs accused Joseph Smith of polygamy. In fact, one of the branches murdered the guy who decided to turn to polygamy. That's how much Joseph Smith was not involved with polygamy. Emma Smith, no, never involved with polygamy. And people don't understand the simple concept is you don't trust hearsay information. Oh, but it's written down in a book by an author. It's hearsay. You need the facts and the evidence. And facts and the evidence for marriage requires documentation. And the documentation is all over Joseph's work. No polygamy. There were 2 Doctrine and Covenants passages that were taken out by Brigham Young and replaced with section 132, 10 virgins. And the death threat to Emma. Seriously? Joseph Smith, you're going to expect us to believe Joseph Smith, after talking about no polygamy his whole life, all of a sudden had this secret document that you guys are now bringing out after Brigham Young came out in 1852 and said we're now practicing polygamy. Oh, wait a minute, we've already been sealed to the women. Sorry, all those of you guys who don't have a wife yet now. I've built brothels for you. There's a lot of history that has been kept from us because of the depths of evil of Brigham Young. And Mormons to this day believe the church after the church has confessed to lying to us. That's why these Mormons are leaving. That's why I left. But I still support Joseph Smith. But not in the way that Mormons support Joseph Smith. Because I did actual church history research. And Mormons hate me for it. They want me dead. They want me gone. They want me disappeared. They want me canceled. As that's the new thing these days, is to cancel people, the cancel culture. And YouTube is helping them. YouTube is getting involved in hate. And other investments of the church are also getting involved. Because the church is that corrupt. They have the money, they invest in certain key areas to ensure their protection. And that's why they had Nelson enforce the name of the church. Because with social media, if you were to put LDS Church, well, the church has now officially made it the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So nobody's going to recognize it with that title anymore because Nelson has changed it. And if you have to type in the full name of the church along with a video title, you've got no room. And that's the purpose of doing that, is to silence critics of the church. And so those like Exmo Lex who already have the following, as I was shut down from my following on the other channel, and so this one, I should be there by now, but YouTube is shadow banning me. They're keeping me from you. But not only polygamy, Exmo Lex gets wrong, she also gets wrong about the Book of Abraham. Everybody does, even Egyptologists. How do I know that? Remember, I was born and raised Mormon 50 years. I wanted to know how he did it. And I wasn't accepting the answers of only the president of the church will let us know when he feels like translating. Or it's secret special knowledge for adults in the temple. You know, none of that was satisfactory to me. I pursued the education, and I had to go outside the church to do it. And so Mormons think, oh, apostate literature, evil, anti-Mormon. Something that supports Joseph Smith? Anti-Mormon? See, I didn't fear what the world would throw at me. Because Joseph is true, right? What it took to find out how Joseph was correct was to become a translator myself. I deciphered Paleo-Hebrew. I deciphered Egyptian petroglyphs. Egyptologists sort of skipped over that. They only focus on the text. And by deciphering petroglyphs in Egyptian, I found that the Bible stories connect directly to the Egyptian petroglyph translations. Yes, translations. And so in the Book of Mormon, where it talks about in 2 Nephi 26, and it's got those characters that we're assuming are on the brass plates, Zenoch and Neom, something like that. Those three guys, they talk about prophecies of the Christ, all from the Egyptian records, just as the Book of Mormon suggests, that come from the brass plates, which were in Egyptian. None of this was known to Mormons. None of this was known to me. I figured it out by becoming a translator myself and deciphering Paleo-Hebrew and Egyptian petroglyphs. And by doing that, that's the Book of Abraham for you. It's not a translation of the text. And so when the Egyptologists say we can't find the Hebrew name Abraham anywhere on the Egyptian text, yeah, they're right. That's not how it's done. The petroglyphs tell different stories. And I've gone over that in publications on Amazon and here on this channel and here on my other channel and on my blog or my website. But that's about to be shut down. So if you want to get to my website information, because there's a ton of it still in textual form, the videos and the audios are all gone. But you have till around the middle of the month sometime when my domain name is gone, and I'm pretty sure they'll take everything away from me. But that's another company that's invested in, owned by the church, in case you didn't know. And so I'm trying desperately to get through to Mormons about Joseph's church, Joseph's theology, Joseph's doctrine, Joseph's administration, Joseph's scriptures. And Mormons aren't listening, and ex-Mormons aren't listening. They both still behave in exactly the same way, as ex-Mormons take the baggage with them, and they don't realize the damage that has been done to all of us. So just understand where I come from, because I'm going to do other videos, and you're going to go to the other videos, and you're not going to know this video. And as a result, those people who don't go to this video first are going to get confused and are going to do all that they've done. But I mean, it's a completely day and night religion difference from what Brigham Young turned it into and what it now is today, because, you know, Brigham Young sort of got busted by the United States government, and so the church has even modified it a little bit from Brigham Young, but not too much. And so we've all been played as chumps. So be aware of that. I'm not your enemy, neither Mormon or ex-Mormon, but nobody cares. Everybody's got their own opinions, and they establish them as truth. And that's the danger that Mormonism has done to us.